And now for our exclusive investigation, the demons of drought. Now we have seen right here on India Today comprehensive reports of the drought-like situation in the country. By the centre's own admission in the Supreme Court, 25% of India's population seems to be directly affected by the drought. So why then are we focusing on the demons of drought? Well, there are those people who are trying to make a quick buck in the time of crisis for 25% of the country's population. After an India Today report exposed how corrupt officials in drought-hit Beed diverted water meant for the poor to those who could pay for it. The two employees of the Panchayat have been suspended, only suspended. No criminal action yet against them. The India Today sting had exposed the Beed Panchayat officials profiteering in times of abject drought, selling 12,000-litre water tankers for as low as 2,000 rupees each. Beed District Collector has also ordered a departmental inquiry in the case. In the India Today sting operation, the two officers of Beed Panchayat Samithi, Lakshmikant and Ghayasuddin, attempted to sell water to reporters posing as businessmen. Now on India Today, we have brought you ground reports from drought-hit Marathwada. We showed you how the poor villagers have been struggling for just a few drops of water. Land is dry, cattle is dying and wells are waterless. The state government has sent trains filled with water in tankers to the parched areas. But is that water really reaching those who need it? India Today's special investigation team travelled to Beed and uncovered an unholy racket. Criminals, as we would like to call them. These are absolute criminals who are diverting water meant for the poor to those who are willing to shell out that extra buck. Corruption of the worst form, inhumanity in its worst form. This is an India Today exclusive.
This is the heart of India's drought. Just 137 kilometers away from Latur, Beed in Marathwada is one of the worst hit districts. As taps run dry and wells go waterless, the government has swung into action to ensure that locals don't go thirsty. Close to 800 water tankers have been supplying water every day to villages in Beed. But is that water really reaching those who truly need it? India Today's special investigation team travelled to Beed for a ground reality check. Our investigation revealed that the government officers who were in charge of supplying water tankers had turned into merchants of drought, selling water meant for dying citizens to private businessmen for profit. We first met Gopal Gurkhade, the Sabhapati of Beed Municipal Council. We introduced ourselves as businessmen wanting to set up an industry in the area. We told Gopal Gurkhade that we would need at least 2 to 3 tankers of water every single day.
सरकारी टैंकर कितने चल रहे हैं आपके?
हमारे मेरे अभी 2 टैंकर उधर चालू है, मेरे ग्रामीण में चलते हैं ना पानी। आपको कितना लगने वाला रोज पानी?
रोज मान के चलिए 2 टैंकर तो लग जाएंगे।
मैंने उससे 5 बोले, आपने
नहीं 2 इसलिए 12-12 हजार लीटर वाला 2 से 3 लगेगा। जैसे शुरुआत में तो जो नॉर्मल है डिमांड वो रहेगा, छत के टाइम पे जब लेंटर लगेगा तब ज्यादा चाहिए।
अपने को क्या अपना काम साल भर चलेगा, ऐसा थोड़ी रहेगा महीना 2 महीने तक चलेगा। बारिश फुल हो गया तो तुमको जरूरत नहीं पानी।
2 महीने का तो समस्या,
2 महीने की समस्या तो है, तो वो पानी आपको फुल पुराएगा जितना चाहिए।
ठीक है।
Despite there being a severe shortage of water, the Sabhapati of the Beed Municipal Council had no problem promising us 36,000 litres of water every day. The villagers may be queuing up for water for hours, but that was not Gopal Gurkhade's concern. His only concern, as you can see, was money.
और टैंकर का भी मैं बोला, तो टैंकर को आपको सीजन में अभी थोड़ा टाइट मिलेगा, 2,000 रुपए का मिलेगा एक ट्रिप।
एक टैंकर 2,000 रुपए,
12,000 लीटर का।
ठीक है।
कितने का पड़ेगा?
2000 रुपए का।
2000 रुपए का मिल जाएगा?
मिल जाएगा आपको। पाउच जहाँ डालना है वहाँ
डाल देगा।
बीड के आजू बाजू
हाँ
10 किलोमीटर किधर भी आपका
नहीं तो इससे ज्यादा तो है नहीं।
कोई बोला ना मैं।
हाँ
तुम्हारे को 10 किलोमीटर का अंदर, बीड से 10 किलोमीटर में किधर भी पानी डालना।
तो 3 टैंकर रोज है, यानी कि हमारा हो गया 6,000 रुपया एक दिन का, 6 की 18, लगभग 2 लाख रुपए में पूरे महीने का हो जाएगा।
6,000 rupees for 36,000 litres of water every day. That's the deal our reporters managed to strike with Gopal Gulkhade. He assured us that despite the scarcity of water, we won't face any problem from the administration. Like the Sabhapati of the Beed Municipal Council promised, the local administration was more than willing to sell us water for profit. India Today's special investigation team next met officers of Beed's Panchayat Samithi. This is the place from where tankers are sent to the worst hit villages.
12,000 लीटर का 2,000 रुपए का हमें पड़ेगा ना, ये 4,000 रुपए रोज का हो गया।
कितने तुम जितने लेंगे होते हैं, तुम जितने ट्रिप लेंगे होते हैं।
ये हिसाब किताब कैसे रहेगा? महीने का रहेगा या रोज का रोज करना है?
क्या करना पड़ेगा? रोज का पेमेंट का? हाँ पेमेंट का?
हाँ पेमेंट।
सोमवार शनिवार 8-8 दिन को दिए तो भी चलेगा बस। ठीक है। शनिवार का हफ्ता उसको दे दिए एक बार।
ठीक है।
क्योंकि उसको डीजल को भी उसको पैसा
वो आप देखिए, वो हमसे मतलब हम तो हफ्ते का हफ्ता पेमेंट आपको चलेगा। अगर 3 टैंकर रोज आ रहे तो 6,000 पर डे का, 8-6-48 48,000 रुपीज पर वीक हम आपको देते हैं।
आपको लोड आएगा तो देते हैं।
For 48,000 rupees a week, water meant for thirsty and dying villagers was sold to us to set up a factory. There was no limit to the amount of water we could ask for, as long as we forked out the right amount. With Harish Sharma and Arun Singh in Beed, this is India Today's special investigation team.
Why should this not be seen as a criminal act? And why should the authorities just stop at suspension? Now, what we are getting to you right now is part 2 of our special investigation. India Today's special investigation team posed as businessmen wanting to set up an industry in Beed. They approached the Tehsildar and his deputy and asked them to divert tankers meant for drought-hit villages to their factory. And they agreed.
Villagers in Beed are desperate for a drop of water. They've been assured that the government and local administration will be their lifeline, bringing water to their parched lives. But they don't know that their saviors are now scavengers who are selling water tankers meant for them to private businessmen. In the course of our investigation, India Today's team met Beed's Nayab Tehsildar Kamal Kute. She's the one who's supposed to have a first-hand idea of the terrifying situation in her district. But when we told her that we needed water tankers to set up a factory, she was more than willing to help.
तो वही कह रहे हैं, हमें कागज पे ना परमिशन दे ना कुछ, जो 50 टैंकर आप किसी गांव में निकालेंगे,
ऐसा कर सकते।
2 टैंकर हमारे यहाँ पे तो
वो एक टैंकर वाले 50 टैंकर गांव में एक खेप डाल देंगे, हमें तुम्हारे पास एक खेप।
बस
ऐसा कर सकते हैं हम।
हाँ।
हमारे पास का लेवल में ऐसा कर सकते, वैसा चाहिए।
We asked Kamal Kute if she can divert a tanker meant for one of the villages to our construction site, and she readily agreed. All she needed was her boss's permission. So the next day, we met Ashok Nandlangaonkar, the Tehsildar of Beed, at his office.
तो हमारा 15 तारीख से कंस्ट्रक्शन यहाँ पे चालू होगा, उससे पहले आपकी मदद से जो परमिशन लेना होगा हम कर लेंगे। ठीक सर, 15 तारीख से जब तक बारिश है तब तक आप संभाल लीजिए। 2 टैंकर 3 टैंकर का हमें चाहिए होगा।
नहीं उधर छोड़ दे, तुम लिए शेड्यूल में आने तक कितना
12,000 लीटर का एक टैंकर, कम से कम 50-60 लेबर रहेगा वहाँ पे। फिर हम यहाँ पे अपना कंपनी का गेस्ट हाउस भी बनवा देंगे, यहाँ पे रेंट पे ले लेंगे कोठी वगैरह, क्योंकि होटल में तो पड़ता नहीं खाएगा। तो आपका मदद तो हमेशा चाहिए हमें।
ओके दे दें।
After a brief introduction, in the first meeting itself, the Tehsildar of Bid was also on board. He, however, did not talk about or take money. The reason? Well, that was revealed to us by his junior, Nayab Tehsildar Kamal Kute.
तहसीलदार साहब शुरू में मेरे ख्याल से वो थोड़ा सा डाउट कर रहे थे, है ना, एकदम खुल के बात नहीं कर रहे थे।
नहीं, उनको भी मालूम है कैसे
एक तो ऑफिस का मामला था।
हाँ, अरे ऑफिस के लोग के साथ बात नहीं करने वाले, ऊपर से आवाज बाहर जा रही थी ना।
अच्छा।
सीसीटीवी है ना
वहाँ पे? अच्छा, मैं पैसे निकाल के वहीं दे रहा था।
नहीं, वो कैमरे सब
सीसीटीवी।
So the Tehsildar did not want to be caught on CCTV camera taking any money, and so he sent the Nayab Tehsildar to meet us outside the office to work out the deal. Kamal Kute met us with her husband at our hotel.
पानी का क्या खर्चा रहेगा, एक टैंकर पे कितना खर्चा आएगा? अगर 12,000 लीटर का पानी हम लेंगे, अच्छा, एक टैंकर का, तो कितना खर्चा आएगा एक टैंकर पे? एक टैंकर पे कम से कम मेरे हिसाब से 1800 से 2000।
After the money details were worked out, Kamal Kute came back to our hotel the next day to take an advance payment.
ये हम अपने हिसाब में 2000 रुपए काट लेंगे, टेंशन मत लीजिए। जो मंथली हिसाब हमारा आपका होगा 2000 उसमें हम काट के लेंगे। आपका जितना भी बनेगा मंथ का, उसमें 2000 रुपए माइनस करके हम बाकी दे देंगे आपको पेमेंट।
जून से हमको फिर पानी दिला दीजिएगा।
फिर ये ना हो कि अब ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो गई है तो अब नहीं करवा पाएंगे, फिर आपकी सिरदर्दी हमारी नहीं है। 2 टैंकर फिर आप करवाते रहिएगा।
The deal was done. 2,000 rupees for 1 tanker with 12,000 litres of water. But before leaving, India Today's special investigation team met with Bid Tehsildar Ashok Nand Langaokar once again. This time we asked him if we could install a bore well at our construction plot. Boring beyond 200 feet is illegal in the state and can land one in jail. But even this crime was not an issue with the Tehsildar.
बोरिंग वगैरह में तो लग जाएगा, टाइम लगेगा हमें।
बोरिंग तो ये 4 घंटे में। अच्छा,
मैं वही जो डिस्कस हुआ था ना कि 200 फुट से नीचे नहीं कर सकते।
अरे भाई वो नियम है, सब चारों तरफ चल रहा है ना, 1000 फीट तक चल रहा।
1000 फीट तक?
हाँ। बैठ रखे कोई देखो।
तो आप कोई अपना बंदा दीजिएगा जो खड़े होकर करवा सके सर।
कर देते वो पूरा।
हाँ। और
1000 फीट तक कर रहे अभी।
These are the men and women profiting from water meant for the most desperate people in Maharashtra. These are the demons of drought, filling their pockets with money, while those in need stay parched without even a drop of water. With Harish Sharma and Arun Singh in Bid, Maharashtra, this is India Today's special investigation team.
Ghayasuddin and Lakshmikant, these are just 2 of the demons of drought that we have been able to capture on camera. There are many such Ghayasuddins and many such Lakshmikants out there who, even now, unaware of this particular sting operation, would be doing the exact same thing. This in a country where, by the centre's own admission, 25% of the country's population is drought affected. Let's quickly go across to India Today's Rahul Kamal joining us this morning. Morning, Rahul. This is spectacular investigation because this actually takes us to the heart of the problem. Water not reaching is one point, but the water that's already there is not reaching the beneficiary because of Ghayasuddins and Lakshmikants. Why just stop at suspension, Rahul? Why not a criminal action against these people?
What I'm most concerned about, Sanket, this morning is that it's now been more than 14 hours since this India Today special investigation went on air on India Today and on our sister channel Aaj Tak. We haven't yet heard from Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. He sees himself as a beacon in the battle against corruption. Here is corruption being exposed under his watch in the Maharashtra government by officials from the Maharashtra government, selling public water to rich businessmen instead of sending it to the poor villagers for whom it was meant. And we haven't heard at all from what the Chief Minister has to say, because remember, for the district collector to suspend the few officials we investigated is the easiest thing to do. Action, as you're saying, has to be far deeper. You have to put in place a set of penalties which make it very, very difficult for anybody to want to indulge in this kind of corruption, because you suspend somebody for a few days, the eyes of the cameras go away a few weeks later, and then that person can easily be brought back into service with nothing having changed. What we're exposing is endemic. This is happening in district after district. Remember, in most of these interactions that Arun and Harish went for, these conversations happened in the first meeting itself. So it wasn't as if you had to have a good rapport, know that person for months or years, and only then would he indulge in corruption. They were so greedy and so willing to strike deals that they managed to enter into these conversations about taking money, how much, how will this come, we'll send it at night so that nobody finds out. In the first conversation itself, I am deeply disturbed by the fact that the Maharashtra Chief Minister has chosen not to speak. We've constantly been trying to reach out to him, seek an official reaction, and not just about suspension. As I said, the action has to be deeper. These people have to be set up as examples so that a precedent is set, that if somebody acts in this fashion, the state will come down hard, and that action cannot stop at mere suspension.
Absolutely. You know, Rahul, the biggest fear at this moment is the fact that the state government might, for posturing's sake, may suspend or take criminal action against these two people. What this special investigation team and this report has been able to expose is that people are so willing to be corrupt. And look at the price. One tanker goes for 2,000 rupees. So if there is a powerful person...
It adds up to a lot of money, Sanket, because if you're sending 2 tankers to each person every day, and you have a deal like this with about 12 or 15 people in the district, those who are the rich and more influential people, that's a lot of money, given that this is a district. If you add up all the drought-prone areas of Marathwada, that turns into a substantial number. The question is, what is the Fadnavis government going to do? They kept telling us that the NCP Congress government is corrupt, that they are hand in gloves, that they are vested interests, they don't act against the corrupt. Here is a classical case of an opportunity presenting itself where our India Today investigation exposes these people. They're caught in the action, accepting that they will take money. Now, what is the government going to do about it? I'm really waiting to see if at all the Fadnavis government acts with any alacrity. It hasn't acted so far. Apart from the district collector suspending these people, apart from Pankaja Munde, in very vague terms saying that there'll be a GPS that we'll install on all these tankers, that we're very upset with what's happening, that we will see the footage. Okay, so you've seen the footage. It's now been more than 14 hours. You've seen the investigation. It's out there. What do you intend to do about it? Tell us about that.
Absolutely, Rahul. My final question, where is the Chief Minister? Will we be approaching him today? And also, where are those litigation-happy lawyers? This is a case where those lawyers can actually take this matter up in the courts. Because the courts seem to be taking the matter of drought very, very seriously, whether it's the Supreme Court or the courts there in Maharashtra.
So we got a response from the Maharashtra Chief Minister at about 1:45 last night. But that again was a very vague, very general kind of response. What we'd like to see instead, he SMS'd one of our colleagues in Mumbai. But what we'd like to see actually is concrete action, not platitudes, not a pretense of action, not just an appearance that we're very upset that what's happening is wrong. What's happening is beyond wrong. You've got people who are selling water meant for the poorest of the poor. They're lining up for days trying to get one bucket of water, and in the midst of all this, tankers full of water are being sold for 2,000 rupees. This is a criminal action, and the government needs to come down hard. So far, we've seen platitudes. The Chief Minister of Maharashtra is in Mumbai. We know he's seen our investigation. He's been watching this closely. We now want to see what he intends to do about it, Sanket.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Rahul Kamal, many thanks for joining us early this morning. This is not just a matter of a tanker being diverted to someone who's rich for 2,000 rupees. This is not a local bead issue. It's an issue of humanity. It's an issue of some people being so inhuman that at a time when 25% of the population of the country is drought affected, you are ready to sell that too for a very, very small profit. And that too to very rich and influential people. Usually we have seen in other states, whenever there is something like this happening, there is a whole concept of kickbacks where the money is systematically distributed among all the stakeholders. Will the Maharashtra government, in the backdrop of this investigation, want to carry out its own investigation, its own probe, so that Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis's words don't ring hollow at this moment, that he actually wants to take strong action against corruption? We have given him this opportunity. He can do it if he wants to prove that he does not promote corruption. We are taking a short break at this moment. This is going to remain our top focus, our top story. at 10 also, and we'll also be going to the latest updates from Parliament, where Augusta Westland heat is at its peak. And SP Tyagi also leaving his residence for his questioning at the CBI headquarters. Thanks very much for watching this edition.
Welcome.
Hollywood. This is a black tie event which US President Barack Obama previously joked is a night when Washington celebrates itself, brings together journalists, media barons, Hollywood.